Hi, welcome to You Can Like Anime and Take a Bath Too. I'm Lawrence, and I'm joined here with my compatriots.
Bati Lumani.
Toriano Pugh.
All right, and we're going to talk about one of the craziest animes I've seen in a long time.
Whoa. You should start like that.
Yeah,
You didn't mention the sponsor.
yeah, you mentioned sponsor.
Today we're sponsored by soap and water.
Yeah, we always are.
Because some people so full transparency, before I started this show, I was walking down the street. It's just like little, what do you call those people like born after 2000? What do you call them? Zoomers?
Zoomers,
So
yeah.
there's a little Zoomer named Chip. Just walking
Chip?
down. Yeah, Chip. I don't know his name's Chip. I was telling him about the show. He was like, hey, old man, you can't like anime and take a bath too. You can't do both at the same time, da. So I threw some soap at him. I was like, yeah, you can. That's why we're sponsored by soap.
That is the weird.
I don't believe a word he just said. Anyway.
Chip exists.
Okay. So I sat down and I was like, what anime will I tell these guys about? I got to tell them about something. And I was like, I've had this anime on the back burner for a while. Akudama Drive.
What?
Okay. This anime?
I feel like
this
you just
anime
swore at us in Japanese.
Who took your drive? Where?
I don't know.
Say
Look,
again,
it means like bad person drive, okay?
So, good. You say it again.
Akudama Drive.
Akudama Drive.
Yeah, we're going to be here for a while.
This
We'll get
sounds
hung
like
up
a
here.
bad version of Fast and Furious.
Well, you guys like Quentin Tarantino?
Yes, I do. I'm a big fan.
Okay, so the directors, producers of this, writers for this, they love Quentin Tarantino. Anyway, just a note. Where do I start? I'll start with the opening. Okay, the opening intro theme song. It is like 4 different genres, like 4 of them.
What do you mean?
4 different genres.
How does
4
it work?
punk, rap, like rock, and techno. It's like
So
all of
is it 4
them.
different themes?
It's no. It's 4 different genres in one
This is
song,
one song.
and it doesn't make any sense. Now, at one point I'll play you the song and you'll listen to it someday. But just know, it shouldn't work, but somehow it works. And that's this whole anime in a nutshell. It shouldn't work, but somehow it works. So we're in the future.
How far in the future? 10, 20, 50 years? 100?
Very.
What do
We're
you mean?
very.
Next year?
We're very far in the future, I
So
guess.
we're so
It's a cyberpunk dystopia, and we're in Japan. Okay, so somehow Japan went to war with itself.
All right.
So Kansai went to war with Kanto, and those are different regions in Japan. I know you don't know which regions they are.
Like, are those the different islands?
There's like it's like North Japan, South Japan, sort of mid Japan.
Okay. So
So
like,
they're the different prefectures or whatever. I don't.
So
I
like
don't
how the
remember.
U.S., the North and the South and the U.S. went to civil war, like sort of that sort of deal.
Yeah, but they had like magic super science weapons.
Okay.
So,
What type of weapons are these magic super science weapons?
the crazy kind.
Oh, that
What
narrows
is-
it
We'll
down.
put a pin in it. So we follow our main character, who starts off with the name Normal Person. Now this is where we get into the thing.
Whoa.
Nobody has names. Nobody has names. They all
Tell me,
have roles.
Is that his name, Normal Person?
No, it's a young lady, and her name is Normal Person until she accidentally commits a crime, and her name becomes Swindler. So
Wait.
so no, nobody has names. They all have like role
Except for
names.
Normal
So
Person.
they have titles.
They all have titles. Yeah, they have titles. Okay, so check this out. So Normal Person, she's walking down the road, sees a cat. Cat almost runs into the street,
What?
so she rescues the cat from getting hit by a car.
No, you said she's a cat?
No, she sees a cat.
Oh, I thought you said she's a cat.
See, this
Yeah, I
is-
was about to say, like, what?
she's not a cat. Don't worry. Somebody will be a cat later, okay? Just trust me. This is going to be crazy.
So is this like Cats, the musical?
No, stop. You're gonna stop.
That would be
right
awesome.
there.
I want to see that.
Okay, look.
So-
It's going to be crazy. So here we go. So she rescues the cat. Cat leads her down an alley. At the end of the alley, there's one of the takoyaki places. I don't know. You know what the takoyakis are? The little
Yeah.
pancakey,
Fried-
tentacle,
fried
dumpling thingies.
fried
whatever.
battered
Doesn't
octopus.
matter. So she goes up there. She's like, man, I haven't had takoyaki in a minute. Also, the cat ran away. She's like, all right, fine. I'm going to just get some food. Next to her is this guy with a motorcycle. His name's Courier. Don't worry, courier, like the delivery guy type thing.
Like the dude from
So
Fallout
no,
New Vegas. He's
Sure,
the courier.
Sure. So
Is it really bad
courier
price?
pays for his takoyaki, then he drops a 500 yen coin. And this is you have no idea how important this act is, okay? No idea. So she picks up the 500 yen coin after this guy walks away. She tries to tell him, "Hey, you dropped change." He just keeps moving. He doesn't care. She picks it up, tries to offer it to him. He says, "It's bad luck to pick up change." Dips. Just leaves. Leaves on his cool, super cool future motorcycle.
Does it look like that motorcycle from I'm blanking on that anime movie.
Akira?
Yes. Does it look like Akira's?
No.
Does it look like
It's
Tron's?
black. It's black. It's cool
Is this a
though.
basic
Trust me, it's cool. No,
Does
it's
it
like
float?
it's
Does
like
it float
no,
or
it
does it
doesn't
still have
float.
tires?
It has tires, but okay.
You need to
Well,
put
hold
that
on.
motorcycle
Sorry.
in
All right.
post.
Let me. Okay. I don't.
No,
All right.
no,
Let me just
now.
tell you. The motorcycle. It has grappling hooks like Akira. No. The Attack on Titan, so it can Spider-Man around as well as driving. It's really crazy. And it also has like a laser cannon. We'll get to it, okay?
Oh,
We gotta keep moving.
motorcycle.
Look, guys. We get hung up
laser
here.
cannon on
If
a
we get hung up
motorcycle.
here, we'll never get to the end.
Okay,
Okay? I'm telling you, this is the craziest anime I saw. Right? So she's stuck with the 500 yen coin, but the takoyaki lady's like, "We don't accept the future credits." And she's like, "Oh, I don't wanna give him.
This is what
I don't want to give the takoyaki lady his change, even though I could." And
But
since
I thought you said they didn't accept coin.
no, they don't accept the future money. They accept coins and cash.
This
They don't
is-
accept the
this is
future
confusing.
credits and stuff.
When do the
So they call the
explosions
police
happen?
on her, and she gets arrested for a minor crime of not paying the money because she. So in this future, right? Everybody who gets labeled like a crime, they get like a weird like sort of profile on them, and they aren't police. They're like little robot units that are like police. Right, and when
So
you're
there
a
aren't
criminal,
police,
you're
it's just robots.
yeah. Well, no. Trust me, it's crazier. All right, so the little robots, they suck. They lame or whatever, right? But if you're a criminal, you get labeled an akudama, right? And the worse of an akudama you are, right, and you're just out there, you get like these crazy like 100-year sentences. She's just a small offender, right? Now she's been called swindler. She has like no time served because it's just like a minor fine or whatever, right? She's like, "Come on, how come I got in trouble?" And so the lady's explaining, like, "You had 500 yen on you, why didn't you pay?" It's like, "Because it wasn't mine, it was somebody else's, but you had it on you and you should have paid." I was like, "No, I wanted to give it to the other guy," right? Now, meanwhile, there's gonna be a public execution. So they're advertising in all the crazy cyberpunk.
That's a bit extreme.
Yeah, it's extreme, crazy cyberpunk world, okay? So they're advertising all the things like, yeah, cutthroat. That's the criminal's title, cutthroat. He's gonna be executed today, right? And all these crazy other akudama, they're getting these like text messages from people like, "Yo, we'll give you like $1 million in whatever stupid credits in the future," right?
Can I interject?
Uh-huh.
Is this just Mad Max? Is it
No,
anime?
no.
No, that's what it sounds like.
No, because it's like a city. It's
Does
a city.
Mel Gibson show up?
Mel Gibson would love to show up in this.
I think
Okay,
he would.
he would.
I would love to see him in this. He should. If they did like a live action version, I think Mel Gibson should be career.
Courier.
Career, same thing. Tomato.
I don't. You didn't say it right either time. Anyway.
Drink your cup.
Anyway, yeah, drink your cup. Anyway, so, and this is the crazy part. So they're all getting the message like, if you spring cutthroat, you'll get $1 million. All these different akudama. So we get introduced to the rest of the cast. We've got Hacker. He's a hacker, and he's like broken because he's a hacker in the future. Then we've got Doctor. She's this hot chick who's like a doctor who can like heal herself, but she goes around killing people and also doing stuff. So she's like on this train when she gets the message, right? And this dude, he's having a heart attack. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, he's having a heart attack." She's like, "Oh, okay, I'll fix him." And when she goes to fix him, she murders everybody else on the train. Crazy. We're talking crazy super criminals. She got like all this.
Wait, hold on.
She performed surgery on him in the train while killing everybody else.
Well, hold.
They're all bad guys. They're crazy, okay? So it's
Okay,
just-
but the question is this like some 2077 bullshit or where
No, she's just really good at doing it. She doesn't have like
She doesn't have like some.
She's just really good. Trust me, it's crazy.
So she's
I know.
like,
Don't.
So like what? She's like a 100-pound little woman, and she just murders a tray full of people.
So she
while operating on another dude.
So she has no future superpowers. This is just her.
Yeah, she's like throwing scalpels around. This is her. Yeah, scalpel. Because she's a doctor. Look, I don't know if you're like this thing.
So she's pulled.
Guys, we have to keep going. I know that you're like, this one's crazy. I know, but this is the whole anime.
But she's pulling like a Dr. Stein from Soul Eater here.
This is not even the craziest thing that she does.
What medical school did she go to?
All of them. Doesn't matter. All of them. It's crazy.
She learned on Infinity Island. Ra's al Ghul taught her.
Yeah. So so we keep going with this. And there's another guy. His name's Brawler. He's just some. He's like this. Right? Yeah. He's just some tough, like super strong, like he's like an anime strong like black guy with dreads and stuff. And he's just like, I like fighting robots. And he's like if Goku was from the hood and he just was a criminal. Okay, that's him. That's his character. It's crazy. Then, sure. Then okay. So then there's I'm forgetting what. So we got Courier, we got Hacker, we got Doctor, we got Brawler.
Is there anybody named Leader?
We have our main protagonist, Swindler, who's just an innocent girl who got caught up for no reason. And now we have...
Why is she getting caught? She just got a text. It's not compulsory.
She didn't get the text. No. See, she's just at the police department right now. So the execution is going to happen at the police department.
Did she have a trial?
So everybody is converging on the police department to come break free this guy, this crazy cutthroat criminal dude. Am I forgetting somebody? No, I think that's all of them. So, well, there's one more. So they all show up, and half of them are insane. Doctor is crazy. Brawler is dumb, but he likes fighting, and he's just beating the crap out of people. Hacker shows up, and he's hacking the place, and like Courier's there. He drives his motorcycle aside, starts using its laser cannon and its grapple hooks, and he's fighting people because he's got like his cool
I thought the
future
police
gun.
were all robots. I thought the police were all robots now.
Well, there's the police are like the police officers out there are all robots, right? But like they're people who work at administration and you know because it's also a prison. It's like a prison underground, right? So they break in through there, and
may I interject a second? I think Bati is worried about the wrong thing. What about due process? This woman.
That's the. Don't worry. There are actual interesting. There are interesting actual themes here that.
Like what?
I don't have time to discuss until we get to the end of this. Basically, don't worry. Trust me. It's well thought out. The show is just crazy, but it's well thought out.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very good. So they start fighting, and they're like, "I want the $1 million. I want the $1 million." And then eventually, there's like a little cat there, and so Swindler chases a different cat. It's a different cat, but Swindler chases this damn cat. Is like, we gotta get this cat out of here.
Isn't that the?
And then when she finally catches the cat.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Because we gotta get. Dude, we're going to the moon, man. We gotta go.
You mean chasing tail?
Chasing the cat.
Anyway, so Swindler ends up catching the cat right as they're all in a crazy Mexican standoff, and they're like, "Okay, well, who are you?" So she uses her bluff skill, and apparently she rolls a 20 plus 20 plus 20 somehow.
What's her modifier?
What's her? Probably infinity, because this broad is lucky. So she says, I'm an Akudama too, and I'm like so good that I got my like sentence removed. Because they're like, wait, what? Because she has no sentence. She literally has no sentence at all. She's just stuck there. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna come along, right? They're like, fine, we'll all work together. So they break into the jail even further, right? And then they end up freeing our next Akudama friend, Hoodlum. Hoodlum, he's got like a 4-year sentence. He's really no one. So I know we're moving fast. I'm not allowing you to ruminate. Trust me. So it's because we're still on episode 1. We got to keep going. So
this is episode 9.
Yeah, this has all happened in one episode.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
isn't like
This
there
one episode.
wasn't like a split. There wasn't like an end of the episode.
No, we gotta keep going. So they get there. It's like there's like a stadium, and they got like a little guillotine in the middle, and the warden, police chief's like, or the warden, I think. He's like, yeah, we're gonna kill this guy. Da 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 da. We're gonna kill him, and they're like, no, you're not gonna kill him, because we Akudama are gonna fight you. And they get to this crazy fight where Hoodlum and the one chick are just running around for their lives. Like, what is happening? The Courier's got like his cool laser motorcycle. He's shooting up the place with his lasers. Brawler's beating the death out of people. It's just beating robots.
How many officers are in the precinct here?
I don't know.
Because this sounds
It's
like
a
an
lot of
incompetent
people.
police department.
Sure.
Sure.
They don't need to be competent.
If I
Trust
just
me.
let one guy with a laser on his motorcycle come
It's
bust
like
the
a-
most feared
it's-
criminals out of my jail, somebody need to be fired.
Listen,
But
Where's
it's like
the
it's
mayor
not
of the
one
town?
guy. Ooh. We're gonna have to keep
Where's
going,
the president
okay?
of
We're gonna have to
Japan?
keep going. Okay, so
hold on. Listen, this has happened before. Did you never see Terminator? He busted through that police station.
we're talking
Because he's
way.
a Terminator. He's a machine. These are just regular people. And the guy with a motorcycle.
No, they're not.
You
No,
just-
Brawler's like ridiculously strong, and
Yeah.
so is the medic.
Ooh.
So like he threw the medic through like the roof, and she should have died, but she fixed herself. She's crazy.
Yeah,
It's
these
crazy.
These aren't normal people.
They're not
okay?
normal people. None of them are normal people. None of them. Even well, except for maybe Swindler. Don't worry, it gets crazy.
I don't know.
So,
She's pretty lucky to me to be more than normal.
trust me, we just gotta keep going because this is insane. So they break out. I'm just gonna skip. They break out Cutthroat after basically killing everyone. They knock down a jumbotron. It kills everyone.
I really
They
just feel like
escape.
the government should step in.
And then
like, stop
hold on.
this.
And then the cat she saved shows up, and he's like, "Hi, I'm a talking cat."
What?
Yeah, I'm a talking
it end
cat.
there?
No, it doesn't end there. I mean, episode one
Is
ends
this the
there.
Brain of the Witch?
Sure. Anyway,
Yeah, talking cat.
it's just look, the cat. Trust me. So the cat's like, I'm the one who brought you all together. See, Courier, open your thing, right? Open your thing. And he puts all these neck collars on everybody because now there's some type of Suicide Squad.
What?
Okay, all right. So they're all these Akudama. They got their neck collars, and if they disobey, they'll explode. And the cat's in charge. And the cat's like, look, I need you guys to attack the Shinkansen. And for those who don't know what a Shinkansen is,
Like-
it's the bullet train. It's the bullet train. In this world, there's one way to get to Kanto.
It's on the bullet train.
It's from the bullet train.
And take Route 6, right?
Route
Sure.
66.
Yeah.
No, to Vermilion City.
You're okay. I don't remember the Pokemon well enough at this point. Okay, so check this out. So
I don't remember.
they went to
either. I'm
war,
probably
and so
wrong.
every now and then there's like this little children's show that pops up and explains everything. It's like a little cutout rabbit, and a little other guy, and they just explain the world. Basically, those parts of Japan went to war. One of them obliterated the crap out of the other one, and then they made peace and they rebuilt it. So Kanto destroyed a bunch of Kansai, then Kanto like rebuilt Kansai or whatever, and now they sort of like worship the people of Kanto, sort of, right? And they worship the Shinkansen because it's the only thing that connects them, and it's like can go super duper fast or something because it's the future and like magic, not really magic, but technology that's so advanced that it's like magic. So I know you're like, Lawrence, what did you watch? What is this crazy anime? We're only in episode 2, so they're going to attack the Shinkansen, and they're like, why are we doing that? It doesn't make any sense. He's
Pause
like,
for a second.
I'm going to give you
Wait,
money.
Pause for a second. I just like to point out another anime where there was like terrorist activity. That's Code Geass. Now, Code Geass had a very crazy start to terrorist activity, but then the second episode,
Not the same. Not the same.
No.
We're going places.
I know. I just want to explain. In that show, its terrorist activity starts off small and builds up. Here, we've already attacked a police station, killed probably hundreds of people, and now you're about to blow up a magic super bullet train.
Well, okay, so they're not actually going to blow up the bullet train, but the bullet train, they need to steal something. Now it's a heist. So we're going from this to Suicide Squad. Now it's a heist.
Now
So
it's 11.
I think what episode is this called? Because they named some of them after movies. So I think this one is called this one's called Reservoir Dogs. Next one's called Speed. I know it's crazy. They're all named after like movies and stuff. It's because they
What's the name
wear
of the
the
first episode?
I forget. I'm just
know
gonna
this.
keep it real. I just forgot. It doesn't matter. Look, out of all those things I had to remember, I was taking notes at first, but we gotta I realized it's not gonna work. I'm just gonna have to keep sprinting along like this show
Keep
does.
going.
It just runs. It just runs. It just goes places. So anyway, so they all have to rendezvous at like a warehouse or whatever, but half of these characters are insane, such as Cutthroat, who's this serial killer guy. He's the craziest. He's got the highest sentence ever because he just kills people all the time. He's like, he loves cutting people up and stabbing and killing people. And
Great role model.
Great, absolutely great role model.
I'm glad he's on like the hero team.
The
I
hero,
don't wanna say hero team, but they're our main, you know,
our protagonists.
Yeah, they're our protagonists.
It's crazy. We just gotta. I know you're like, this is a lot to take in, brother. Anyway, so we're just gonna keep going. So he joins them, right? He loves murdering people. He loves the color of blood, all this other crazy stuff. Then this is the team. Unfortunately for them, everybody on this team is some sort of crazy. Okay, some sort of crazy, except for our normal poor girl. She's stuck here. And Courier. Courier's not crazy. He's just...
I don't know. I don't know if she's normal. I mean, she did chase a cat into an active pretty much war zone and then lied to a bunch of crazy murderous people. I'd say stupid is the right word.
Stupid might be the right word. You know, but...
Not to be mean.
It's stupid.
But
Stupid is the right word.
Stupid maybe fits better.
Okay, so I'm telling you, this is so they get on. They steal like a blimp.
Wait, hold on. Stupid, but really good at bullshitting on her feet.
I'm telling you, if she wasn't, whoo, that bluff skill. Anyway, so they steal like an Airbus blimp thing.
Of course they would.
Because they're crazy. So Brawler like attacks it. Hacker hacks it for them, and they have it, right? So they're on their way.
I got a question. Was it already in the air?
Yes, yeah, it was in the air.
Did they get
Look,
the
they
air
got
to
there.
shoot?
Just know they got there, okay?
So
I know.
Brawler jumped in it, jumped through the window,
and
Hacker made it come down, and they all got in.
That is yes.
And Brawler was busy killing the pilots.
No,
right?
he killed the pilot immediately, and then he couldn't figure out how to fly it, so Hacker took it because
That's why you don't
Brawler's
let Brawler
insane.
lead.
Yeah, you don't trust me. So.
Please.
So where am I? Okay, so Hoodlum becomes best friends with Brawler because he just bluffs to Brawler and says, yeah, I got like a 5 million year sentence, dude. I'm like the toughest guy you've ever met. And Brawler's just like, you are? Great, dude. You're my dude. We're cool. And that's how their friendship is formed.
I thought he was about to pull a Goku here. It's like, yo, okay, let's fight.
Yeah, no, he's like, what crazy? He's like, nah, Hoodlum just bluffs the entire time. Like, yeah, dude, I'm like the toughest. You do it, man. I'm like the strongest dude ever. If I do it, there won't be any for you to do it. He's
Well, I
like,
have a question.
okay.
I have a question. So does Brawler know Hoodlum's name is Hoodlum? Like, do they?
They all call each other by those. Yeah, they all call each other by the titles. They don't have names. I told you, they don't have names. They have titles.
I just want to see how the dichotomy of this works. If I was a Brawler, I would associate with a Hoodlum. We can get a lot of money. We can go to New York. Start a whole operation. But
all right, well,
we're all right. So they take the blimp.
Plan,
they're on the blimp and they're heading over to the Shinkansen or whatever the warehouse thing, right? And then Cutthroat likes the color red so much he hits every red button he can on the blimp.
Is it because blood
he does?
is red?
Because blood is red and he's crazy.
I
So
got that reference.
part of the problem is all these people are crazy. So unfortunately for them, it means they crash into like this hotel at like turbo speed, and this finally gets the attention.
It's a blimp. What's turbo speed?
It's not like a blimp. It's like a blimp bus space thing. Okay, I know. All right, just it goes turbo speed and it crashes into a hotel.
What's turbo speed? Like how fast is that?
Fast.
What is fueling this blimp? I thought a blimp
Rockets. It has rockets.
gas.
It's got rockets, man.
We're gonna need to pull up these visuals.
You might need to pull up these
blimp makes no
visuals.
sense.
Just trust me. Don't.
Yeah.
It makes sense in the
A
world.
turbo speed blimp.
Yeah, because he hit the emergency button.
Why not just get like an airplane?
He hit every red button possible. Just know
Because
he
you have to go
messed
to the
it up.
airport to get an airplane. This
Yeah,
sounds
this
much
is a
Well,
bus.
he jumped in the sky and hijacked the blimp. Just jump in the sky.
Well, they were
hijack
they were on like a tall platform waiting for it, so they
that
just
makes- that makes
hijacked it.
Oh, that makes it make sense.
Because it's like I think of it. Okay, look, Look,
All right, don't be angry.
look.
Don't explain.
This is the least of your worries, okay? So, right. So this finally gets the attention of the elite police, like the Blade Runners, okay?
sorry.
They're called executioners, and they have the ability to kill any akudama, and they have like laser jite.
Hold on.
What is this?
You know what a jite is? The little like stick thingy with the little sort of hook on the thing, so they can catch people's weapons. They got laser jite because it's the future, but it's also Japan.
Man, all the stuff they did in the past, that didn't trigger the super police. But this does.
Well, this finally, this no. This is how they catch up to them. They didn't kill everybody. They just did a
Almost
massive
everybody.
jailbreak and they killed a lot of people.
They killed cops, but that didn't put them on the radar.
It
But
did.
this
It did. But this is how they catch them.
Uh,
Okay, so this is what they catch because they crash into the hotel. And then the executioners show up, and their names are Master and Student. And so
Hold
we
on,
have this
hold on.
guy. He looks like Kakashi.
Pause for. So they were on the So they were on notice, but they didn't know where they are. But this blimp thing put them on the radar, and the executioners send 2 people.
Yeah, because they're like pros. They're like a squad.
Not a SWAT.
No,
team
because
of
they should be cooler. So like everybody just has like magical anime ability to fight like amazingly. Okay, like they have their laser swords, and they go out there and they like attack them, right? And the thing is, it's a collection of like the strongest, toughest people ever. I know what you're like. What is this? But it makes sense within the anime. Just trust me.
so, are there any magical girls in this anime?
Swindler. She bullshitted her way into a team of killers.
Yeah. Anyway.
Is that really a magical girl?
Yeah, she's a magical girl.
The fact
Anyway.
that she survived this long is magic.
Well, so they're fighting inside like the top of the hotel because they show up, and Swindler's like hiding with Hoodlum as like they're going all out. Brawler and motorcycle guy are like, well, motorcycle guy's not there yet. I don't think. Look, it doesn't matter. So they beat the crap out of them. They escape, and they're finally making their way over to the train. And we got introduced to Master and Student. So it's like the student's like this girl, and then the Master is like Kakashi, okay, with a laser sword.
Does he also have a mask?
He has a mask. That's why he's Kakashi.
Remember, people, mask up. Stay safe.
Yes. Anyway, Kakashi.
Saved from COVID.
Anyway, yes. Like I said, so they were so in between the Kansai and Kanto is like this. It's like this zone. Like the Kansai, like part of it got destroyed in the war, right? Like completely obliterated. So there's like there's a wasteland.
Are you just making this up?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just making this up.
Yeah,
no,
that's what I'm
I'm making
thinking
it
at
up.
this
So
point.
the cat's telling him what to do, and like, oh man, the command
Is the
keeps
cat in,
changing
like, a little
because he's got a bunch of
center,
crazy
like his
people.
own little command center with his little
No, he's just there.
cat toys.
Trust me,
pushing
he's just
buttons.
there. He's just a black cat who's just talking to them. He's pretty chill too. He's just a chill black
I
cat.
feel like he should
Anyway,
have his own like command center, like with a big screen.
trust me, we'll get there. We'll get there.
We're just not
No.
there yet.
We'll get to whatever. Look, trust me. So they gotta do an elaborate heist to get the through the security systems and the train so they can get on the train. See, the thing is,
Why didn't he just buy tickets to get on the train? And do
because
it
you can't, because the train doesn't actually take people. It takes cargo as like an offering to the people of Kanto.
Well, why didn't they just get some cargo, hang out in there, and get on the train and bust
Well,
out?
that's going to be the plan. But the thing is, right?
So did all
Stop.
the stuff
All right,
that-
no. Trust me. So they have to get inside there, right? But they have to deactivate a plasma field on the train's cargo thingy, right? It scans everything that enters through the cargo thing, and if it's not what it's supposed to be, it evaporates it or blows it up with its plasma field. Okay, so they need to get They need to get Courier on his sick motorcycle to get onto the train. But so to do that, they have to deactivate. They have to They have to deactivate. They have to deactivate the plasma field in the cargo bay, right? In order to do that, they have to get inside there and they need to hack one of the cargo containers and have Hacker modify everything in order to do it. The problem is they're all either sort of insane or they're surrounded by insane people. So shenanigans ensue. The plot goes awry. They activate an EMP thing that power outages the whole city for like a couple minutes, and then it reboots the power back in there, and then they get caught on the security cams that they had previously hacked. Now, Hacker is broken. Completely broken. He can hack anything. But he didn't get to finish hacking the cargo thing before the train needs to head off. Because they activated shut off the power, the train's going to leave in like 5 minutes. It's just going to leave. It's just going to bolt. Security measures. There's something about this train that's just super overprotected. Super overprotected. What's on the train? That's what's going on now. What's on the train? So they're able to get inside of the thingy if they could, well, they'd be able to get inside the thingy if the cargo thing was fully modified. It wasn't. He modified everything, right, that you could have a person get in there, but the weight, it has to be the same weight as the original weight. Luckily for them, they brought the tiny little Asian girl with them. So Swindler makes herself useful and becomes further a criminal.
I was waiting for her to like step
Well,
in
look,
and
she's
save the day.
been dodging things and almost being murdered for like a past couple minutes. She threw a rock at one of the executioners. That's like the most she's done. Well, she's done some other stuff, but like we gotta go. She'll do more. Just know she'll do more. Great character, best character of the season, underrated
Imagine,
show.
like, we have to catch this train.
Look, we gotta catch this train because this train's going places, and I didn't know where it was going either. So they were like, so they get on, right? She opens it, they deactivate the cargo thing, the motorcycle thing shows up in the train, and they're all there, but the executioners are there now too. They're like, we're gonna fight you. So they get on the train, and they're fighting on the train. Well, they're gonna kill them. They're called executioners. They just kill them, like a Blade Runner. They just kill them.
Yeah. Well, if they got the wrong person, like, why is there no due process?
Oh, that's the theme of the show. Like the criminals. What is a criminal? All that stuff. It's actually really deep and interesting. But we don't have time for that just yet.
We have a train to catch.
We have a train to catch. So the train's gonna leave. But in between Kansai and Kanto, there's the quarantine zone and the decontamination zone, as well as the wastelands. So once the train leaves, they need to get off of it before they get into the quarantine zone because of whatever crazy...
Stop for a second. Man, this is Japan. Now, I know Japan's a big set of islands. You're about the size of...
Yeah, it's gonna take like... It takes 5 minutes, but it's anime
but like
time.
when you say wastelands, I'm just like... So like, it's still Japan. What counts as wastelands? Yeah, if you walk for like 30 minutes, you'll be through the wastelands like that. You know? Like how it's an island nation. How big could they afford to have wastelands?
I mean, if you were to walk, maybe 3 hours. 3 hours of wasteland, and then the quarantine zone from whatever crazy nuke future weapons they use. Then the decontamination zone. If you go into the quarantine zone, you'll die. Is what you're supposed to believe. Right, and then if you go into the decontamination zone, you'll also die.
They just had to weaponize magical girls during the
actually, you'll die in the decontamination zone, but you'll just get irradiated and gross in the quarantine zone. Okay, it's weird. It's really weird. So they're on the train and they're trying to get into the vault in the train, but they're fighting the master and student. And the student gets body bagged. It's laid out. It doesn't die, but they get the crap beat out of them. And Brawler and Doctor and Cutthroat, those are the main fighters, as well as Courier. Now, Courier gets isolated from the group of weaklings. So Hacker, all of them, they're trying to get their way through the doors in 5 minutes before they hit the quarantine zone and then the decontamination zone because they're going to die, right? But what it turns out is that's not true.
Well, before we continue,
it has like a seating area.
I feel like if you get Korea away from his motorcycle, is there anything he has to offer?
Yeah, he has a robot arm and he has a gun.
Well, you didn't say that. You made it seem like all he had was a motorcycle. You
right.
say nothing about
so now
I told him about a gun. He has a robot arm.
So now in our visuals, we're gonna have to, have the Courier attach a robot arm and give him a gun too with some crappy PNG robot arm and gun. All right. Look at all the work you make me do.
I know.
What work are you doing? What work are you doing? Anyway, look.
But you should have brought up the robot arm from the beginning. I feel that's
Trust me.
In my head, I thought he was a guy with a motorcycle.
We'll get there. With a motorcycle with grappling hooks and a laser.
In a robot arm.
And a robot arm and a gun. I mentioned the gun. Anyway, we got to keep going.
Motorcycle
So
transform too while we're at
essentially, he's a
it?
Winter Soldier.
No, it doesn't. It just has a laser cannon and grappling hooks.
You overset. I asked, does the motorcycle transform or not?
No, it just has the gun and the laser cannon deploys. It's not just like on, but it doesn't like transform into like a robot like it's Megazone 23, coming out on Blu-ray by the way.
Just had to freaking chill for a company that is gonna pay you.
Hey, more people should see Megazone 2-3 available on Blu-ray now. Probably not.
Before we continue, it's this and I'm going totally off script here, but it's this great. I think it's called a comic book. It's called like Mutton Chop.
Something like that. Yeah,
It's
something.
like
Lamb pop or something. Anyway,
the world's strongest
look,
sheep.
we're not even done
You should
yet.
buy that.
We gotta keep going.
Yeah.
Dude, we gotta keep going. So
buy
anyway,
that book, Mutton Chop. It's really great. I
yeah,
read it.
yeah,
I
it's super
cried,
good,
I laughed.
really good. Shrine Comics, Mun
Yeah,
Chop, whatever.
I love our commercial here.
Yeah.
We didn't
We're
even
for the
warn
sponsor.
people.
We didn't. Nobody cares because we gotta keep going. We're on the train, and we got 5 minutes left, even though we have 2 episodes on the train. So they beat the losers by detaching a cart, you know. So all the guys are here, even though they've kind of got the crap beaten out of them by the executioners and their cool laser swords or whatever. And they get to the vault, and inside the vault, well, actually, they need the key to a vault. So the cat turns into ash, and it's a key.
What?
And then they hear the cat's voice coming from the vault, and inside the vault, it's 2 kids, brother and sister. They've been the ones in control of the whole thing, the plan so far, right? And the plan's going drastically awry. They didn't plan for the train to leave, right? Because they're not trying to go to Kanto. They want to go to Kansai. And what... I know this is absolutely insane.
Okay,
so,
I'm lost. I'm totally.
So they didn't want to go to Kanto. I understand, you know.
These kids-
original Pokemon isn't as fun as the new stuff. They
Yeah.
want to go to Alola.
So,
Uh-huh.
is this whole show about some spoiled kids who just
no. This
'Cause
show
I'm
is...
confused now. You just lost me with the kids.
Or was it Galar?
So okay, so the cat. So what it
Just go.
turns out the cat was an AI drone being controlled by the little boy.
Of course. It was.
Okay, right. So
makes
it
total
was
sense.
made out of nanites or something. Okay, I know what you're thinking. I don't know what's going on either. Well, at this point in the show, I'm like, what's happening?
So
Right.
this sounds like
It
a
was-
bad
yeah.
drug trip.
So Swindler's like, oh my God, these little kids. I'm a 23-year-old girl. I must protect them. So they're like 10, probably 10 or 8, but they're like really smart and very aware, and they're in control of everything. So it's like, what is happening?
Hold on. I don't like how you said that. Let's just keep him. Swindler's like, oh my God, I'm a responsible adult with murderers in the room. I gotta protect these kids.
Yeah, you are right. Look, I undersold it, but trust me. Trust me.
She's the only sane person that still stupid, but sane.
Okay, so at this point, Cutthroat's really starts to simp for her. He just is. He just loves her a lot, and will
Swindler?
kill. No. Yeah, Swindler. He's like in love with Swindler and wants to protect her. And Swindler's like, stay away from me, murderer. So they're about to head into the quarantine zone or whatever. So they use a force field that the kid deploys using his backpack. Hacker decides,
He's 10 years old.
I'm out. I'm just going. I'm leaving, dude. Hacker's like, I'm out. And he hacked the collar. He takes the collar off. He's like, I want to go to Kanto. I'm bored. I'm so bored. I'm leaving, man. I've done anything and everything I want. I'm so broken. I'm just going to leave. And he does. He says goodbye. He says goodbye to Swindler because Swindler's kind of cool. Gives her a little computer droid thing that she kind of wants. She's like, wow, your computer droid's really cool, right? Now, meanwhile, she keeps saying stuff like normal stuff, but to the Akudama, they're like, yo, you're so cool that you can just like hack the central mainframe place. When she really just said, yo, I used to go to the central mainframe place all the time because she used to work there. But they're like, yo, you're like a hardcore turbo
Oh my
criminal.
God, we're getting so
they keep thinking she's like, they think she's even cooler than
on.
all of them. And then
Hold on. So we're getting some of that Yojo Senki crap where people are vastly misinterpreting everything you're saying. There's a misunderstanding.
there is a misunderstanding
field here, going
Yeah.
10 miles in all directions because what she's saying is going right over their heads, and they're assuming she's basically she's
And-
basically Goodfellas.
Yeah, and the doctor's like, I hate her. She's so fake. And this fake nice person act. It's getting on my nerves. And meanwhile, like the doctor got like decapitated from the fight, and then she sewed her head back on.
Okay.
It's crazy. Yeah, I know,
That's not even
right?
possible.
That's not even
Okay.
possible. She's that good. She's that good. She's just
No,
that good. No,
no,
I know what you're thinking of. Don't worry.
Listen,
Don't worry.
I got it.
She rolled really well on her constitution or whatever.
Okay, so check this out,
Just throw
right?
D&D terms in
So
here.
check this out. So we cut to the
Here.
person who was in charge of like the executioners, right? And it's like Sele from Ava. It's like a bunch of disembodied Japanese head like masks, and they're like, "You must protect Kanto. These Akudama, they're the worst ever."
And,
Blah,
on the,
blah,
and,
blah,
and
blah,
right
blah.
there on the left is Zordon.
Yeah, Rangers, you must defeat the Akudama. Anyway, and we also cut to the executioners. They've been rescued and they're in the hospital.
Who rescued him?
They're banged.
They're executioners. They're
Yeah,
friends.
the like a rescue team was sent, to try and figure out what happened, right? What's going on? Because they were trying. Their job was to stop doing this or whatever. So they've all got off the train except for Hacker, who left. Like I said, he left. He hacked the collar that was keeping him there, and he just dipped. So they're walking through the wastelands or whatever, and they're like, "Look, what's going on?" And so the doctor's like, look, I don't even care anymore. What's happening? Tell me what's happening." And then Swindler's like, "Don't you bully these kids." And Doctor's like, "I hate you." And Brawler's like, "Yeah, I like fighting, but I hate bullies." Because he's a dumbass fighter with a heart of gold.
Didn't he steal a blimp and kill a pilot for no reason?
Yes,
But
he
he got a
did.
heart-
I hate bullies.
Yeah, he hates
So I'm gonna
bullies.
bully this pilot. to
Yeah,
death.
yes,
is
he
the
does.
pilot a bully?
Well, sure. Sure. So I know. So they're like, okay, well, what's happening? We need to go to these set of coordinates in the wasteland. So they start to make their way through the wasteland of these coordinates, and then like the executioners are all like, all right, we're gonna hunt these guys down. So they were heading toward Kanto originally. Now they're on their way back to the wastelands of
hold on.
Kansai.
Hold on.
Dude.
They're in the wastelands, and you said everyone just assumes once you go past
No,
the
into the quarantine zone is where the radiation crap happens.
But why isn't it in the wastelands?
It's not in the wastelands because they have a bubble around it.
But what did they? So then, why don't people settle in the wasteland?
Because you could just live in the city. Why would you live in the wasteland unless
Because
you're an
it's a-
Akudama?
Because it's
In which case you might live in the wasteland,
Well,
and
that's
I'll
like
be
asking
talking
people-
about that later.
Well, that's like asking people why would they live in New Orleans, even though it's
Why would you live in New Orleans? That is a good question. I don't know why you would.
Shut
Maybe
the
it's
Shout out
door.
to my Louisiana people. I love you.
Yeah, Popeyes is great.
Just
Yeah.
really hate your city, I guess.
Yeah. Anyway, we have to keep going because we're finally making progress.
People.
Yeah. Anyway, they're on their way back. Like the executioners got like city bulletins going on, like here are all the Akudama. They're all terrible and evil. And then the executioners show back up for round 2, except it's just the master, and he's like gonna go all out. So he's like, I'm full Kakashi mode. I'm gonna beat the crap out of you.
So
But he's
he's gonna
injured.
Saiyan.
So he's
gonna Super
fighting
Saiyan.
all of them, and he's trying to kill them, and they're all fighting and all this other stuff. And previously, he injured Brawler, right? And Brawler's giving it his all, and he's fighting this guy, and he's taking them all out. And Cutthroat got like pinned under some rubble, and Brawler's just been fighting this dude, and then Cutthroat cuts off his own legs because he's crazy and likes murder.
So he's gonna murder himself because he likes murder. That
No, so he uses this. Now he tries to fight the guy, and he doesn't have
I'm
the
just imagining
leg.
him cutting off his leg using it as a weapon.
No, that would be. I wouldn't put it past you. Like I wouldn't be surprised.
So
if it
now
happened.
when he
It
stops
didn't.
himself, he's gonna be just like.
Well, he's trying his best to fight with no legs, and he's
What is
kind
his
of good
strategy?
at it.
Why would he
His
cut
stra-
off his legs to fight better?
No, because he's pinned under the rubble, so he needed to escape so he could fight and protect Swindler.
Oh my god.
Because they're trying to.
Excuse my French, but that's a super simp mode at that point.
Yes, he
Yeah,
is. He's
yeah.
simping so hard. He is.
He's but it's giving him superpowers because he cut off his own 2 legs.
Oh, yeah,
and
no,
is
no.
fighting better without 2 legs.
No,
than-
he's not.
So if
He's
you're a
fighting better
simp
than you'd
watching
expect.
This, hold on, if you're a simp watching this,
Yeah.
Cut off your leg and she will love you.
Actually, she won't. She doesn't appreciate it. I mean, in the moment,
So
she's like,
is
"Well,
this
I'm not
relationship."
dying." Anyway, look, man. They're fighting them, and he's kicking their butt with this laser sword GT thingy, and it's just it's wild, right? You know, there are people that hunt them down, all this other stuff, and finally, Brawler and the dude, they take each other down. They fight each other to the death, and then they die. And
Brawler-
Hoodlum's like,
Brawler
Hoodlum,
dies.
yeah. But student of Master shows
Whoa,
up
hold on.
to look
Can I
at her
just point some
senpai.
out, guys? They killed the black guy first.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they?
They.
I
You
mean, they
said
killed
Brawler was the black man. Is Hoodlum a black guy too, or was
No, Hoodlum's like generic anime man. He could be white, he could be Asian. Doesn't
So the
matter.
first member of the team to dip, or
No, because Hacker left.
no, I know, but
Like
like
to die.
yeah,
To be murked. To
yeah,
be killed.
to dip his mortal coil it was Brawler.
Yeah,
I think
nobody
you're
else
right.
died.
I think you're right.
Wow.
I think you're right.
Even though
What's it say about society?
even though Hacker
Says don't watch Tarantino films. Anyway,
even though Hacker probably should have died first because he wanted to just ditch the team.
Hold on. What's the name
Well,
of
he
this
hacked the
episode? Because you said they named it after different movies. So what's the name
Look,
of this episode?
look. If I thought it was important enough to remember, I would. But there were so many other things that I needed to remember. We're not even there yet. Trust me. Okay, so anyway, they reach the coordinate. Well, actually, the chick shows up for to see her master
Hold on.
die
Before we get
and
there,
stuff. And it's all heartfelt. And Hoodlum's like,
Hold on.
Hold on. That's
Okay.
got serious questions. Do they at least bury Brawler?
no.
No.
They-
They died.
They
They died
died,
fighting.
so
No,
the-
no.
so
They,
the
he was
wolves
fighting
and
them.
stuff can come
He
through.
was fighting them so that they could escape.
So he sacrificed himself.
No, he just wanted to fight. He didn't think of it like that. He just likes fighting, man. He's just
Goku.
He's just Goku. He was battle
Who would
horny.
play Brawler if this was a live action movie then?
Oh, The Rock.
The Rock, you wouldn't be wrong. It would work.
Just
He would
straight
need,
up.
he would need hair.
He said
He wouldn't need
he said
hair,
Quentin
but
Tarantino. I'm just The Rock. Just go kill The Rock then.
Yeah.
The Rock, if you're watching this, you should adapt
yeah,
this into
yeah.
a movie.
Dwayne,
Hire
nice to
me.
meet you, sir. Would you like to play in a live action anime adaptation? Those are known to do wonders for your career.
Just
Anyway,
ask the
anyway.
Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah. Anyway, we gotta go. Cause this is where it gets crazy. So the chick shows up. She's like, "Oh my God, you killed my master! Wow, no, it's so sad." And then Hoodlum's like, "Oh my God, you killed my friend!" Just pulls out the laser GT and he like stabs her in the eye. But you see it off screen. He's like, because he's going through a negative character change arc, okay? Because he was never a good person. Because he's always manipulating the guy just by saying that he was he's so much stronger than him, dude. Like, whatever. It's sad. He reunites with the group, and they're like, okay, well, we're gonna reach the coordinates. And you know what the coordinates were? The little kids reveal, because it's two of them, brother, sister. The little kids are like, yo, we're trying to go to the moon. And at one point, right? Yeah, they're trying to go to the moon. This is where it gets wild, okay? So,
You can't go to the moon, kids. That belongs to America.
no.
Actually, it does.
No,
Our flag
no,
flies on the
guys,
moon.
guys,
No.
guys.
Hold
If
on,
you,
hold on,
it's
hold on,
not
hold on,
even.
hold on, hold on.
It's,
First of all, why do you hate America and want the terrorists to win? Who flag? Our flag.
I
we own
look,
Ronald
guys,
Wilson,
guys,
Reagan,
just
gifted
hold
us
on,
the
just
moon.
hold on for 1
Jeez.
second, just hold on for one more minute. Okay, so during the fight, one of the kids got shot. He got shot in the chest, and then all of a sudden his wound healed. It just straight up healed.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
Because it turns out these kids are immortal. The two kids, there are these immortal test subjects, right?
Are they immortal or do they not age? Can they age?
They're
you just saw him take a
immortal.
bullet to the chest.
He took more than a bullet.
I'm
It was
just
like
saying, so would they
it was
be-
like Raditz.
Yeah,
It was like that.
I'm just trying to clarify this. So will he be 10 forever, or could he ever reach 20?
It doesn't. They don't tell us. Okay, so it flashes back. basically, the government has this crazy weird
Which
program.
government? The Japanese government?
The Kansai, Kanto, whatever is left of the Japanese
Where's
government.
America doing this? I don't think.
If they were there, I'd tell you.
No, like if we had some crazy stuff like that, we would.
No. Torian, the answer is simple.
What?
When the Civil War happened and we saw, like, one group of Sailor Moon girls versus another Sailor Moon girls in the magical girl Japanese Civil War that went on before the show started, the answer is the U.S. is like, I think we're just gonna leave.
Look,
Let you guys
Look,
settle
man.
this yourselves.
I don't know
own
what
team of
everybody
magical
else.
girls.
I don't know whatever else happened in this show, but it's wild. Also, I highly recommend the show. Just before I just go full spoilers. So anyway, the kids are immortal.
Should we put a spoiler alert here?
There should have been a spoiler alert years ago. All right, so look, so it turns out basically they were part of some weird government facility where like they were like testing on like these kids. So it's like there's these kids, they're all like siblings or whatever, right? But it's just one of them, and it's the boy here, the brother. That's his name. His name is Brother. He's here, and he's just been getting it. Yes, they've been experimenting on him. So they would like cut his head off, or they would like cut him open, or they would just like try and kill him, and then he would come back to life, and he'd be fine, right? And that's what the experiments. And then one day he had like, and it was like a whole like little weird class setting. It was like, how come they only experiment on you, dude? That's really sucks. And one day they gave him a little pouch made up of a thread from each one of their shirts as like a little good luck thingy. And then like another day they were all dead. Like he comes to, it's like, where's everybody? He's like, oh yeah, this experiment was successful. So we killed them all and we turned them into your sister, because that's how you exist. You're immortal because we combined all the souls and DNA and lives of all these people inside of you.
Wait a minute. Hold on. That's bullshit. They just stacked. They just stacked all their years and
they have like
all their
his
stuff.
cells.
Like
Their
a
cells
machine?
can divide infinitely. So if you cut off his arm, it'll just regrow.
But how did they make the sister out of all these? Like, what was it? A machine or something they put him in?
Yeah, it was like, look, it's sci-fi.
How
Look,
did
man.
they do this?
Look, man, they just did it. They were like, look, we killed
that
it. We
clarifies
killed everybody and we combined them into one person. Now they're immortal. So they had to kill like hundreds of children to make him and hundreds to make her. And he was like, man, this is messed up. And then you see like the cat's there. The cat is an AI teacher they did to sort of teach and train him in sort of basic stuff, right?
Dude, I'm telling you.
So this is the past, right? So this is before.
So hold on, just to throw this one out here. So you're gonna just first of all, let's just take the idea. Japan, a nation filled with, a declining birth rate, is just going to take a bunch of Japanese kids, round them all up by the hundreds.
Trust me.
Let me explain.
No, this has no relation. No relation. Trust me, Bati. You're going on this tangent. Bati, when I get to the purpose of these little kids, you're going to be even more confused. We gotta go.
No. So mush them together till,
They're all like clones or something.
Till all their shit just stacks and they become immortal.
Dude, I don't even know if anywhere outside of these two places in the Kanto and Kansai exist.
Yeah, but and they do it again with another kid. Tell him exactly what they did to all his friends, and instead of giving them like a mother or a father-like person to look up to, they just give him a robot cat and say, "Here, get attached to this thing and learn to hate us."
Yeah. So anyway,
I'm glad our evil organization is just as incompetent.
Don't worry. It doesn't even matter.
The Empire, the First Order.
Trust me, it doesn't even matter.
Team Rocket.
Trust me, Bati. I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, we gotta do this, and this. Trust me, it gets wilder from here.
How does it get wild?
Anyway, all right. So their plan was to go to the moon, because since they figured they're immortal, they should be able to survive on the moon. Because they've learned that mankind used to try and travel to space before all this war stuff happened. So they're going to go to space so they can hide away forever and be safe together.
Does
right?
Canada
So
exist in this universe?
probably not. It doesn't deserve it. Anyway, it doesn't deserve to exist. Anyway, so okay. So they explain this to them, and they're like, everybody's like, this is nuts. This is absolutely nuts. But these kids are immortal, right? And the AI cat was basically decided, they made me a sentient AI cat with emotions. screw them. I'm gonna help these kids get out of here. And so he gave him the boy control of the AI cat after he sort of deleted himself. Right? That's how he used the AI cat, and he came up with this elaborate plan so he could get himself free, so him and his sister could go to the moon. Unfortunately for them, Doctor is a traitor. She decided, I will trade being an if they could get rid of me being an Akudama, I'll flip on them to the executioners. Right? So the executioners all show up here at the rocket launch site. And
Why
then
would they have beef with the kids? I mean, technically,
because the kids are supposed to go to Kanto. There's something about Kanto basically seems to puppet Kansai in some weird way, some weird computer way. Like the executioner person answers to Kanto in some weird thing.
Like how New York puppets the rest of New York State.
Exactly. So.
It's a good analogy.
Yes, it is. It is. So it's like Sele and Nerve and like Ava. It's like it's weird. So they all show up and it's like, look, we gotta get rid of these kids. And like, what's wrong? Why do they want to screw with these kids? What's going on? What's the importance of these kids? So the group gets separated, fighting everybody and all these circumstances. But earlier, the kid had dropped his little pouch. So Hoodlum put a tracker in it just in case he needed to find or anything like this. So Doctors betrayed them. They're all fighting. What's his name is dead. Cutthroat got healed. He got his legs put back together by her. And I know it's like insane, but Cutthroat's alive. She should be dead too, but not Brawler. Brawler, because
why can't they bring Brawler back?
Because Doctor said it so that Brawler would die when his wound reopened because she's evil. Because she was the only threat to her actually being able to fight. Because he was resistant to the meds and strong enough to probably kill her. So he set it up so she would die.
Excuse my French, but what a bitch.
Yes.
I mean,
don't worry. That's the reveal. I mean, she was already
who
crazy.
Who would have thought that somebody whose first introduction was killing a bunch of people on a passenger train could have possibly been bad?
My
I know, right?
exactly. I did not see this coming.
Oh,
we're keeping that in. That's at the end.
Along with this too.
Don't edit that out.
Yeah. Anyway, so it's like, I know it's crazy, but this is when the head executioner lady's there too. He's like, you fools, you can't escape to the moon because the moon you see in the sky is a hologram. We blew it up. They blew up the moon forever ago.
Shit. The moon landing was fake.
No, they blew it up.
Hold on. Then what about the tides?
The tides of, the world's already been jacked up. It's just like these two cities or something. I don't even know, right? We don't know. Like the moons were blown up. The moon blew up forever ago, dude.
How far in the future were we again?
A lot. A lot. They have a little mechanical little box that can generate any food. Period.
I got a question.
So they have the thing from Star Trek.
Yeah, they have it, but it can't make soup because it gets gross.
So they got
replicator. Yeah.
But
look.
Did they blow up the moon just to spite America?
I have no clue why the moon is destroyed other than it's destroyed.
I feel like the Earth needs the moon.
Listen.
Look.
If there's no moon, there's no Earth.
Madoko got sick and tired of Sailor Moon's crap. Okay. She blew up the moon.
So look. Swindler is trying to take care of these poor, tortured children who are like so removed from being normal kids.
Can we just bring this up? Swindler, you basically got a write-up and a slap on the wrist at the police station, then ended up as part of a rescue operation to save a guy from an execution. Then you were part of a train jacking, and now you're literally wanted by the super government because you have two immortal children who have control over AIs that wanted to go to the moon.
And not to mention
and I'm going to say this right. Wait. I'm going to say this right now. This doesn't sound like this didn't happen. This sounds like it only happened over the course of a couple days. So you went from normal life to 150 very shortly.
Bati, probably the course of a day.
So all this happened in a day.
In a day or two, yeah.
Man, the Joker was right. All it takes is one bad day.
Sometimes it does. Shouldn't have picked. He said it was really lucky to pick up that change.
So this
anyway.
is like
he did.
So this
Trust
like
me,
the
you're
old,
gonna get his tragic backstory in a
so
second.
this like the old TV show 24 when they count down like the 24 hours. This is all happening in
Well,
one day.
well, they don't really tell you, but it's like it's been like a day max.
It doesn't feel like a lot has happened. I wouldn't
In
be
one day. I would be tired. I would need a nap after this. Jeez.
No, she's tired
Yeah, she
at
needs
this
like a
point.
nap.
I mean, she's been getting her ass kicked and thrown around for like 48 hours
Do
at
they have
least.
like a Starbucks in this universe? Can she just go get something to like decompress? Like a latte or something?
I hope so. Anyway, so they're all sort of, so she's trying to protect the sister. So the brother's like, I'll sacrifice myself, right? I'll let myself get captured as long as my sister can get away. But the sister wants to be with the brother. So Swindler and the sister end up getting stuck in the rocket, and the sister's like,
Well, where'd they get a rocket from?
remember, they were going to the site of the rocket launch thing. That was where the coordinates were. They were going to the rocket so they could go to the moon.
I feel like this is the first time you bringing up this rocket.
If I did, I'm sorry, but they were trying to go to a rocket so they could go to the moon.
Listen, it's probably like some old rocket that was forgotten and left after the
Yeah,
war.
exactly. So
Don't think about it too hard.
yeah, so they're going to use the rocket to go to the moon,
But the moon doesn't exist now.
but the moon doesn't exist now, but they're still trying to launch
Why?
because the launch sequence was started. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the launch sequence was started, but they're still trying to get away, right? And they don't want to get
Where are they
captured.
gonna go?
Look, it's set for the moon. So Swindler's inside of there, and the little sister's all upset because she wants to go to her brother, and the brother's getting captured, right, by the executioners, and so it's Hoodlum and the doctor end up getting the doctor turned on them, so the doctor leaves. Hoodlum escapes. Courier escapes because he thinks the job is done. Because Courier's whole thing is like, when I take a job, I get it done. I'm cool. So he got the job done as far as he's concerned. And then, Stabby Man, he's just like off doing whatever at this point. Like he got chased away. But Swindler's like ejects from the rocket so that they just crash land back down, whatever. And it's her and the sister, and they scavenge through the wastelands, making it back to the actual city. And they have like this sister relationship, like older sister, younger sister. I'm going to teach you the wonders of food, except she tries to buy some food using all the money she has. And it's like, lol, are you dumb? You're a criminal. You're like the most wanted criminal in the whole world. They all start freaking out and stuff. So she's running away, and everybody's retreated back to the city. And then the doctor is no longer a criminal, but she's still she's not labeled as a criminal, which means the executioners can't stop her, right? Until the police label you a criminal, you can't. The executioners can't do anything.
So the doctor, being the smart woman, obviously decides, I think I should stop killing people.
No, the doctor decides that she's comic book Thanos and wants to court and be in charge of death. I know what you're thinking. What? Yes. She's like, I want to be in control of death. I love death.
Who would play the doctor in a real life movie of this?
Some hot
Scarlett
chick.
Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson? Maybe. Just some hot chick. That's all. That's kind of her personality is I'm evil and I'm hot.
I think Brie would do a good job.
I don't think
Anyway,
so.
moving on.
No, we don't.
No, I do.
He does. He definitely does.
If she ever want to come on the show, she can gladly sit here and we can move by tea.
Well, you can move me too. Anyway.
Wait, Gal Gadot. She can play the doctor.
Actually,
she
I
can't.
can see that.
No, you don't even know what she looks like.
I don't know.
No, I can see her playing that,
in my
yeah.
mind, I'm imagining this doctor is a redhead.
Nope. It's like weird anime colors. So it's like pink or green or something.
When I
Also,
say red, I mean,
I haven't mentioned characters. Swindler's like really cute hair design, and then she has to cut it, and it's the worst downgrade in character design history. Since Videl cut her pigtails. Awful move. So anyway, it's she cuts her hair. She goes to disguise, and they're hanging out in the wastelands, and they're hungry because she can't use any of her money to buy food. So she's like, "Damn it, how are we gonna do it?" And then
oh, geez, Swindler, if only you had a super smart kid with access to hacking capabilities and a robot that could help you do that too. But where were we ever going to find that?
The super smart kid got captured. She has the little sister.
The little sister isn't smart?
The little sister didn't come away in the plans.
I mean,
no.
the little sister is literally 1 million people combined into one. I think
She doesn't have any of the memories of that. She just exists. It's just unlucky.
Then
Man.
why-
Oh, are you kidding me? out of the two super special twins, you get the dumb one.
It's not the dumb one. It's
So
just
it's
the
one
kid
with
one.
abilities and just a regular one. So the
No, they love
sister's
that.
regular.
No, she's immortal too. The other one's just smart because he was trained by the AI boy, the robot.
Point is, you could have had you could have gotten hands on the
Could have gotten
on
the useful
smart,
one. Yeah.
the useful
Yeah.
one.
Look,
you got the
trust
one
me.
that could just look at you die and
Trust-
feel bad about it.
Yeah. Anyway, they're hiding out in the wasteland, and then there's some Akudama there, and they're flipping out, right? Like, they get into like this altercation that's like really dark and messed up, and she has to kill her way to get out of it. It's like,
Were they
wow,
gonna
she's
sexually
really become.
assault her?
Probably, yeah. That was the implication. Yeah, they were gonna send the daughter to Epstein Island. It was awful. Like, it was a weird sequence. I was like, oh wow, this took an extra dark turn. Inside all the murder and stuff.
No.
Now we're gonna human traffic people. Whoa.
No.
Jeffrey Epstein would not agree to this.
He wouldn't agree to a lot of things, and that's why he's not with us anymore.
That's why he's what?
I said that's why he's not with us anymore.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
That's
allegedly.
a fact.
Let's just add the caveat. Everything we just said is allegedly.
Is it alleged?
He could be
He's
here
gone.
watching
He's
this
not
video
here.
right now.
We don't have to
Definitely.
allegedly. He's dead, unless he's
Allegedly.
alive. In which case,
What is this? You're gonna go find him, Doc? You're gonna go find him, Sherlock Holmes?
yes, the Great Tubbs detective solves all cases. Anyway,
No, here's a question. If he is still alive and he wanted to sponsor this show, will we let him?
what?
Money is money. He come out, what's that plane he got? The Epstein plane. He was like, you guys can do an episode on the show. Do an episode on this plane. Would you
I'm
get
gonna
on the
hit
plane?
him.
I don't know.
I
We're
would
just gonna
do it.
move on. We're just gonna move on from
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Anyway, so right, like they escape. I think they end up meeting back up with Courier, and they go to his safe house. Meanwhile, Hoodlum ends up meeting the Doctor again, and the Doctor's like, "You're gonna be my minion now. Come on." And then the Doctor's like, "Yeah, I want to be in control of life and death. That's why I became a doctor, and I learned every super mega technique. And I'm also like super old because I've learned every medical technique. That's why I can sew my own head on when I get decapitated.
And reverse the aging process. Apparently.
Reverse the aging process, sew myself back together from getting cut in half, all sorts of wild stuff, right? So the student has now become the master, and the executioner explains, see, we paired the executioners together because when they were lone wolf agents, they would always get themselves killed. That's why your boss got yourself killed, because they would be too super passionate and love fighting and justice too much. Blah 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 blah. So we're teaming you up with this loser. So she's teamed up with this guy who's a loser. He's just
What is
a
this show
loser.
even about now? 'Cause,
Wait,
they didn't
hold
go
on.
to the moon. I'm confused.
They didn't.
What's going on now?
Wait, hold
It's
on.
about it. So the show is about
No, after they
what
didn't
makes a
make it to the
criminal.
moon, after they didn't make it to the moon, why are we still going?
Well,
What's
the
going
goal,
on
the
now?
goal is survival now. By
So
the way,
the goal
I'm
is
about to
survival.
say- I'm
Well-
about to say this is the loser, just for the added effect of making it funny, because it's an executioner. So the loser is just gonna be freaking Sylvester Stallone dressed up as that freaking future cyberpunk cop thing.
Judge Dredd.
Yes,
yeah.
Judge Dredd. He just
Oh, okay.
Judge
Whatever
Dredd comes
mental
in.
imagery
You're
you
partnered
need.
with this loser.
Yeah. Anyway, so the city's got all these ads out for him, and she appeared, and Swindler appeared, and it made everything go crazy, right? So they took the boy to headquarters, right? That's where they got the boy stored, and they're going to transfer him to headquarters to the Shinkansen, and they're going to send him back to Kanto. So they realize, okay, Courier. Swindler's like, Courier, we need to get these kids back together. I got this 500 yen coin. And he's like, hell no, I'm not picking that 500 yen coin. I don't want that 500 yen coin.
We saw what it did to you.
And it's like, well, trust me. He's like, I don't want the 500 yen coin. It's like, but this is all the money I have left. I want you to deliver it to the thingy. We're delivering the girl to the brother. And it's like
in American money term, how much is that worth? That coin?
$5.
What
Yeah,
is
I know.
$5 gonna do?
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like $1 billion. Like this is $5.
No, it's $5. Anyway, yeah, it's $5. Anyway, well, she gave him all of her digital money, and they had millions from like the heist or the when they broke the guy out, he gave him millions of dollars, and when they did the successful mission thing, they gave him millions of dollars. Right. So anyway, he decides, fine, we'll do whatever I can to get the little sister back to the brother or whatever, and whatever. So it's like, great. So Swindler figures out a plan. She posts on social media that she and the Akudama, they're going to take over the city. They're going to destroy and take over the city. Meanwhile, Cutthroat's just on the loose killing people. He's just killing people. He's just going around murdering people. And they're making their way to police headquarters, right? Meanwhile, the executioners they're making their way to executioner headquarters while the executioners are all hanging out, across the city trying to hunt them down, right? So since Doctor doesn't qualify as an Akudama and Hoodlum has the tracker on the little boy, they're also trying to meet them there. And they're like, hold on, the tracker's moving. I thought it would be at HQ. That means somebody else must have the tracker. So they're trying to find them. So they're making their way downtown, walking fast. Anyway,
thank you.
they make their way there, and then they're fighting their way in, and then Cutthroat beats them there. He beats them there. Well, he doesn't beat them there. He makes it there after they do, right? And they're trying their best to get in there. And Cutthroat's literally murdering every police or every execution staff member there. Not the executioners themselves, because remember, they're all on duty. They're all searching for the Akudama, right? This message they put out, that Swindler put out, causes the whole town to say, we're rioting. We're taking control of the town. We're hunting down every Akudama ever. We're going to kill them all ourselves. We're protecting. They're like, whose streets? Our streets. They're setting up barricades and making you confirm I did. The townspeople, they're going nuts. And the executioners are like, oh, that's not good. We just fucked up. We put the signal on that these Akudama are out here. She texted them that she was going to hack the planet and destroy everything and take over the city. Damn. Now they're all rioting. Now we got no control over anything.
Damn, she really did. Like, every single time she lied, she threw a nat 20.
Nat 20 every time she lied. And so they're making their way to the one place nobody would be. Execution headquarters, because they're whatever. So they're in there and they're fighting their way through, and then
more like cutting their way through.
Well, that's Cutthroat. Cutthroat's cutting his way through. They're on the motorcycle with the lasers and all this other stuff. So they finally get to like the stuff, and then they re-meet Cutthroat, and Cutthroat's like, I love you so much, Swindler. Now I'm going to kill you, because he's insane. And the thing is, the reason he was able to follow them there is because he has this ability to, when there's like certain people, they have like these red halos around them to him. And he was able to see Swindlers because it had grown so large. And he just tracked her down using that, and it doesn't make any sense. I have no clue. That's one thing, it just doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. But he's just there, and he's murdering all of them, and then all these people, and then she's trying to escape him, and
Could you just remind me something? Mm-hmm. Why should I like Swindler when...
Swindler's a good person. Very good person. Yeah, and what do you mean? Do you mean Swindler, or do you mean Cutthroat?
Swindler.
Swindler's a great person.
Yeah, Swindler's a great person.
Yeah.
She caused a riot that's leading to probably hundreds, if not thousands, of deaths in the city.
I mean, what's
caused the riot in order to she's trying to save these two kids, okay?
Hold on,
right? The only people who are getting murdered would be criminals.
Can I make a point?
Maybe.
How can you sacrifice the lives of maybe thousands of people for two people?
Outside of police headquarters, where the jail is, the rioters are out there and they're demanding that they kill all the Akudama they have inside.
So this is just like January 6th all over again.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, we just gotta keep going. Anyway, so they're trying to the courier's got the girl, and they're trying to make their way to the top of the building so that they could get the copter with the kid on it. And loser and master are up there, and the loser's like, I'm so afraid, I'm such a loser, and then master's like, stop being such a loser.
Can't help it.
His name's not Loser, but his name's Loser as far as we're concerned.
That's my only character trait.
My character trait is I'm afraid and I don't understand. Akudama, they're so mean, blah, blah, blah.
Damn.
Look. So anyway, so Swindler's doing her damnedest to survive Cutthroat trying to murder her. And eventually she tricks him and murders him. And he's like, no, I can't see. I'm dying. No more red. And then you're like, oh, God, good riddance. That guy's crazy. Oh, she goes to the laser GT room and then stabs him with it.
It's so anticlimactic.
No, it was really climactic, but we got to go, man. You heard all the crazy
What
stuff.
episode are we on now?
8.
How many episodes?
8, 10.
How many? Wait, is this like a
12.
Okay,
This is
so
12.
let's speed it up. Let's just get to episode 10.
All right, so
No, you let him go at his own pace. Come on, go.
okay, so we're like, okay, so the helicopter just takes off. They weren't able to reach it enough, so they regroup and they're like, okay, we gotta get to the Shinkansen again, right? So so they reach the thing, and the executioners are like, okay, time to get the train. So the train shows up, and it's got like this crazy like energy thing around it that makes it go super fast. So it shows up, and everyone in the town's like mesmerized, right? What the police do, because they hear that everyone at execution headquarters has been murdered, they're like, the execution lady's like, we gotta take control of the situation. Everything's going to crap. You know what? Everyone who's rioting, label them an Akudama. So that means all the normal citizens who are just like, we're going to take back the streets. Whose streets? Our streets? They're all criminals. So all the police droids start doing this, and then they're like, okay, well, we need to take control of the situation again. Executioners, kill everybody who's an Akudama. And they just start murking people left and right. And it's like, and it's so messed up. They literally just go like, bang, bang, bang. No, I was just protecting my son. And they're like,
Why was
laser
he
sword.
Indian?
I don't know. It's a diverse community.
See, how big is this poor old man trying to protect his church?
Yeah, there's like,
and
people.
The police is killing him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Wow.
messed up.
It's a message there.
Yeah, there is a message. It actually
wonder what it is.
actually really is a really deep message in this show. It's just lost in the fact that I have to blitzkrieg 12 episodes of pure insanity at you. So it's great. It's a really good show. I recommend it. So they're running through they're racing through the thing, trying to get to the Shinkansen. They're loading up, and then all of a sudden, while everybody else is starting to make their way, all the Akudama now, all the regular people who worship the train because they're dumb, and that's the show's thing. They worship the train because it's like, ooh, magic to them, but it's not. It's just a train. Everybody who's smart is like, it's just a train, but the dumb people are like, it's a magic train.
Get on the magics.
So they make their way to the train. They're fighting master and student, and then the doctor shows up with Hoodlum, and the doctor basically takes control of the situation. Since she's not an Akudama, the executioners can't stop her or do anything, even if she commits a crime directly in front of him. Yeah, I know, right? Because they're not allowed to kill anyone who's not an Akudama, and the police don't have her registered as an Akudama anymore. So she basically goes up to Loser, all seductive life, puts her hand on his chest, and then stabs a needle into his heart, and has a string attached to it. And if she pulls a string, she'll kill it. So she makes the master now, the chick who's now the master, unload the cargo that is the little boy, right? Because she wants them so she can use their DNA or whatever, so she can figure out how to control whether people live or die around her completely. Because she wants to be in control of death. Look, it's really.
They're not the Infinity Stones.
Look. It was a little more explained there, but all you need to know is she really likes Thanos.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut to this scene where she explains this whole plan.
Yeah, it's dumb. So Hoodlum.
Now I'm just imagining her. Wait, hold on. Now I'm just imagining her tying the two twins around her arms. And says, this does put a smile on my face.
Now this does put a smile on my face. Yeah.
Please untie me, ma'am.
So
They
they unload the thing, right, and so they've Courier's got his ass beat and he's like laying on the ground and she's got the string attached to the loser's heart, so she's making Master do this stuff now, and then Hoodlum has a knife to the throat of Swindler because the scalpel, right, because Doctor told Hoodlum how to cut somebody's throat. And
yeah, it's not that hard. It's you take the sharp point.
Yeah, like the karate, whatever, the important one, right? The important one. Because she's like super cool.
Important if you cut somebody's throat. I mean,
Look, the one that makes you die fastest is whatever
the whole
he has.
throat.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, yeah. So so Swindler's like, how could you? You were a good person when you were hanging out with whatchamacallit, and then Doctor's all like, he's a human leech. He's a human leech. He just goes off of whoever's in charge, and he's a bad person. He's like, no, you don't have to be a bad person. And it finally makes him like stop holding the knife to her throat, and then Courier uses his gun, even though he's like pinned down. He's like, boom, and he shoots him, and then that knocks the blade out of his hand, and then she pulls the thing. He's like, fine, I'm just gonna let loser die, get the heart stab thingy, and the plan goes to crap. And right as the plan goes to crap, all the people who have been labeled Akudama storm into the station, and then all of a sudden on the train, all the doors open. So, the cargo starts to get loaded again, and the train's taking off with both of the kids on them. So they hop on the train, and like Swindler and hop on the train. And as people are,
this still has the train's still set where if it sets as like anything organic.
No. It was on the cargo plasma field. So, but it's set up to carry the kids. So it's fine. So they get on the train or whatever. But the group of people cause the Doctor to get stomped to death. This time she doesn't make it out. Because,
she can't fix herself
from this one because Hoodlum decided to jump her and then cut her throat, and then she cut his throat, and while she was trying to sew her neck back together, she got stomped to death by all the crowd. It was like this whole crazy dramatic scene, and it's like, oh wow, that's messed up, but it doesn't make any sense because of how crazy her powers are, sure. But like she gets murdered.
Be able to like come back from that.
Well,
if you can get your hair cut off, I mean, is there like
she was trying to do it, right? She was trying to sew herself back up before she got stomped to death by 100 people rushing over her. Yeah,
of course.
That's just how it works. If you get stomped out by 100 people simultaneously while you're trying to sew she dies. Look, it kills her. She's gone. So they're on the train and they're like,
Did she come back in season 2?
There's no season 2. There shouldn't be a season 2. I'm certain. So, I mean, look, they keep going on the train and they hit the zone, and then they hit the next other zone, and we're back at the beginning of the show. For some reason, it's like, and then the girl, she picks up the 500 yen coin, and then she pays the chick with the 500 yen coin, and she lives her life happily. What? And Courier's a little boy, right? And he's hanging out with his mom, right? And you're like, what happened? It's simple. It's a simulation. And Hacker hacks the simulation to get them free of the simulation. See, what in reality, the quarantine zone and the decontamination zone, they aren't that thing. What they do is they dematerialize your body and they take your mind and turn it into data. Hacker was able to use his drone to prevent that from happening to them. See, Hacker went to Kanto, right? And Kanto, it's like this weird just land of like floating buildings and one lone crazy supercomputer, some quantum supercomputer. Everyone in Kanto digitized their brain into the supercomputer, right? And they needed the little boy and the girl to be the vessel for everybody's mind. They were going to sink their consciousness into the little... So they were
going to pull a full frontal.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good. Say the line. Say the line. I know you want to say it.
What line? Which line?
the vessel for the people. Come on.
So 2 Gundams opposed me now. Me, the vessel filled with the collective will for the people.
Exactly. Man, you have no fun.
I don't. It doesn't really apply. Anyway, look.
Yes, it does. Of course it applies.
Look. So they're gonna put the mortal bodies, right? Because the quantum hypercomputer is like deteriorating. So they're gonna put their minds into the bodies of these kids so that they're immortal forever.
So that's just what everyone's gonna agree on. We're gonna share.
Yeah. So
the millions of us are gonna share body with 2 prepubescent immortal children.
Can I interject?
I don't know.
May I interject?
Look.
So this week, as we're recording this, The Matrix 4 came out. So this story is basically The Matrix.
But better.
I have no
1?
clue.
Did you see The Matrix? This is just The Matrix.
Sure.
No, but
sure.
this is actually just The Matrix.
This is just The Matrix.
Well, look. So like, okay. So like,
these kids are Neo.
No, they're not.
because their consciousnesses are gonna be erased, and they're just bodies. So like no. So when I say AI, so like they get stuck in an AI simulation aboard the train. Okay, everybody else on the train, poof, they got absorbed, dematerialized. Their brain data is now inside of the Kanto supercomputer.
So they were real until they got.
Yeah, they got. That's what the decontamination zone.
So what's the end?
Destroyed your body and made you data.
So what's the end goal when everybody just was data? Like who will take care of the?
Kanto is worshipped as like a sort of god beings by everybody else.
Everybody eventually becomes data.
No, not everybody, just those in Kanto. Kanto wanted immortality. Kansai, they're just going to be human plebs who offer them stuff.
Can I just say, it's very clear here, the creators of this show all live in Kansai and have a strong opinion against Kanto. This sounds like
maybe they live in Kanto and they have a strong opinion about people in Kansai, that they're all a bunch of criminals.
This sounds like the equivalent of this is like I don't know. This is like this is like living in the ritzy part of Michigan and then having a strong opinion again. Oh wait, this is like God, I'm blanking on the name. What's the name of that stupid
Gross Point?
Yes, Gross Point. This is like living in Gross Point and having a strong opinion against Detroit.
No, it's more like living in Gross Point and having a strong opinion about Warren. Yeah.
Yeah, as you could tell, we're all very Michigan.
Yeah.
Michigan.
Yeah.
So hold on. So all right. So unfortunately for Hacker, he made it to Kanto and his body got dematerialized. However, he's enough of a hacker that he was able to hack part of the supercomputer in order to store his brain data. And when she brought the drone back, he was able to connect to the drone. Okay. And Hacker's finally like, yes, a challenge. I will hack the super brain computer thingy so we can free the kids. Because they try to jump and free the kids, but there's like a super gravitational field that's like a weapon. It's wild. So Hacker hacks the supercomputer thingy, and thanks to the power of friendship that the little, and it doesn't make any sense, they don't explain it, it's just the power of friendship, guys. Power of friendship happens, he's able to, the kids,
Twilight Sparkle and all her friends show up.
Yeah.
Rainbow beam this shit away.
So like the little pouch with all the little strands of the thingy, it forms like this sort of like protective thing so that he's able to get he's so able to protect itself from like the firewall. He's able to get the kids out. So the kids get their consciousness back and their bodies back, and they dip, right? So they figure their way back out, and Swindler's like, yay, I'm so glad I reunited you two. And they're like, yeah. And then the sisters had a bunch of character development, so she's got like a personality now instead of being like a blank slate little character. And the brother's like, whoa, when did you develop a personality? And she keeps swearing now. That's part of her personality. That's what happens when you hang out with criminals.
Oh no, Swindler taught her swear words.
Yeah.
I'm serious question. So when Brawler was killed, did he go to this supercomputer?
No.
So
Only the people.
Dead.
Yeah, the people in Kanto in that region. If you get on the train and you go into the decontamination zone, you become a Robo-Man or an AI. So I mean, the rest of the world is just normal world except awful, right? So anyway, the city is sort of back to normal and
Just Tens of thousands
Yeah,
of people
well,
less.
yeah, but like it's back under order. Now there's like this little girl. She's like, oh my, she's there. And there's a pile of bodies, and her mommy and daddy are part of the pile of bodies, and they're crying, and they're like, look, get out of the way, kid. We're putting these bodies in body bags because we're awful and mean. And then somewhere in the distance, fuck the police plays in the background, you know.
Let me show you how bad I am by kicking this puppy, then you.
No. And the little girl's like freaking out because her parents are dead. And, you know, they're on their way back on the train. And then the master is like, okay, well, since they've ruined Kanto and we really need those kids back, and the kids are immortal, we're going to blow up the train. So the train's on its way back, and then they have like all their little fighter jet helicopter thingies fire missiles at it and destroy the train. And so Swindler's legs like busted. Courier's like really beat up too. The kids are fine because they're immortal.
Why are you guys so hurt? Why can't you just fix yourselves like us?
And they're in the rubble, and they got all the executioners searching for them, and they're just like, "Whoa, I'm not gonna make it." Swindler's like, "I got an idea." So she
time to roll a fucking nat 20 on her bullshit powers again.
So she puts her phone to record, and she's got like a little hacker program on it. She puts her phone to record, and she gets a splint, and then she gets a thingy, and she walks out there, and she's like, "Help! I'm just a normal person. I live nearby. You guys blew up the train thingy. I got caught in the rubble. Help! I'm just a normal person." And they're like, "No, that's a Swindler girl. Look, her hair's different. It's the same chick." And it's like, "Yeah, shut up, Swindler." It's like, "No, I'm not Swindler. I'm a normal person. Please, I'm not an Akudama. Please don't kill me. I'm an ordinary person." And then they just stab her and she dies. And they murder her. And it's like, what? They just killed the main protagonist? Yeah, they did. They just killed the main protagonist. You know why? Because people like Quentin Tarantino.
What is that answer?
Because they like Quentin Tarantino. That's why everybody dies.
So there is no happy ending here.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, it's not over yet. So like, it's not over yet. So Courier's got the kids, and they're making their way downtown or away from downtown. They got another set of coordinates, right? It's called Shikoku. They're gonna go to Shikoku, wherever that is. And that's outside of the city, way outside of the city, right? And they're trying to get away. And this clip of them murdering her as she screams, "I'm a normal person," it galvanizes everybody else who had all of their family members just murdered like 5 minutes ago by the police. And they're like, "You know what? Fuck those guys." And they all march and they start attacking the police people. And they're like, "You guys suck. How could you call these people criminals?" And the little girl somehow finds like a gun, and she's at police headquarters. And they're like, "Oh my God, what's happening? They're turning against us." And the evil executioner lady,
hold on. Oh no, the people we've oppressed and brutalized all these years are finally turning against us. How could we have stopped this from happening?
I know, we'll do what we did the first time. We'll just have them all labeled Akudama. And then she goes, "Police chief, how about you all label them Akudama?" And the police chief's like, blows his brains out. He's like, "I've messed up too many times. I'm out, folks." And then she's like, "Oh no." And then like some little girl comes up to the police people, like, because there was like a standoff with like them trying to get the kids and Courier at the police thingy. And the little girl comes up to like one of the guys and like, "Come on, get that little girl out of here." And the little girl pulls out the burner and it pops one off in Loser's chest. And Loser doubles over and they're like, "Oh my God, the little girl's got a gun, Jesus!" And they're like, "The little girl can't be an Akudama, right?" And you're supposed to be sitting there like, "Wow, what's really a criminal?" and all this other stuff. And you're like, "Yeah, that's actually really good because it's well executed. It's amazing." So, but like, if I'm just telling you these events at like Mach 4, you're gonna just think it's insane, which it is, because honestly, it is still insane, but it's meaningful and heartful. But so, it's the little girl shot the kid, and she's like, "Why did you kill my parents? Why?" And then the master's like, "Jesus Christ, this little girl's got a gun. Let me take down the little girl." And just takes the gun from her and hugs her for a second. Well, actually, the loser does. He's like, "It's okay, you shot me, little girl. I understand." Because he's a loser. If you were a real man, you would have got the belt.
Spare the rods.
I don't care if your parents got murdered by my kind. You shouldn't be shooting people.
My God.
Whatever. Executioners. Whatever. And
I guess that works.
So
He's a loser.
So, basically, everybody starts kung fu fighting. The courier's like, this is my last mission. And he took the 500 yen as like payment to go deliver them to Shikoku because he's a delivery man and he always gets the job done.
He's also a millionaire, so he could just retire after this.
No, he can't because he's an Akudama.
So then,
And he's wanted.
So then, what was the point of getting like $10 million?
Well, because
for breaking cutthroat back in episode like 2.
He probably could.
This is I don't
Look, you'll watch it and it'll all make sense. But as long as
I'm gonna watch this, I'm so confused.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch this.
You will have to. It's great. So he unleashes his laser cannon at like max power and he like destroys the building. There's a giant tower on the building and the tower just comes and then he uses his Spider-Man grapple hooks to ride up the tower as it's like falling down, and then he like uses it as a ramp, and he's like going on the outskirts of the city and he's driving with the kids. But he got his ass kicked in like the explosion, so he's like bleeding to death slowly, and it's like, wow, oh my God, will he make it before then? But so before like, the last order, the last order, it's like Old Man Logan, but with like a Spider-Man motorcycle. So the last order the chick gave is like, or the commander was like, is to go hunt them down with the planes, send the planes after them, we got to get them. So they sort of realize, like, the master chick's like, you know what? Nah, I'm not feeling this anymore. I think we really fucked up somewhere down the line. I feel like somewhere along the line we lost our way, like really hard. So
just maybe a little.
Just a little. Just a little. So she confronts her commander, and the commander's like, oh no, the little girl has a gun. Oh, we really did mess up. And so that plot wraps up, but the helicopter plane thingies are still hunting down the guy. He's on the outskirts of the city, and it's like snowy because it's snowing. It started snowing, and it was like really amazing, and they hadn't seen snow before. Who cares? It's just we gotta go because it's almost over.
Whatever. Children experience the beauty of nature. Who gives a
shit? Who cares? Who cares about these children who are tortured and experimented on experiencing the beauty of nature? That's minor plot details. Major plot details. So they're going, and then there's like a tree, and he's like, the jets are coming after him. He's like, you know what? Sorry, kids, this is as far as I can go. So he drops him off. He's like, just keep running, kids. And he gives him the coin. He's like, this coin has the ability to change your life.
No, it does. Well, maybe for the worst.
Yeah, but he's bought into it. See, originally, when he was a kid and he first started being a courier, i.e., he was probably like, dealing with drug stuff for like mafia people. They said, hey, kid, you're so good, we're going to give you a tip. And they flipped the coin, and he dropped it, and he took the coin. But then when he got back to his house, like, the people turned on him or something, and the coin was like a tracker or something crazy, and they blow his arm off, and then they kill his mom. He's like, no, I'll never pick up change again. So, but now he's learned.
You laugh when you tell a story about his mother dying.
Because
excited about that. They killed his mom, yay!
Do you want me to sit here and cry about it? No. I've seen so many people die in these damn cartoons. Have you seen how many people died in this? Body counts in the millions.
You know how it is to be a parent in anime. It's always a risk.
It's always a risk.
Shit happens.
Especially when your kid's dealing with the Yakuza. It's just asking to die.
Especially if you're a single mother in anime.
Especially, yeah, unfortunately.
Or just a single parent in general in anime means you either A, gonna die, B, distant and both physically and emotionally with the child, or C, be the villain. It's one of those three.
Yeah. Man, they really should stop being so trope heavy, shouldn't they?
They really should.
I don't know how they're going to be original.
Whatever happened to just good old-fashioned parroting?
Oh, that makes for emotionally stable characters. We can't have that. Anyway, so there's 3 of these crazy jet helicopters. They're bearing down on our lone hero courier. He's got his motorcycle, his arm's busted, and he's got his gun. He's going to do the impossible. He's somehow going to dodge explosion after explosion in the most anime BS freaking segment you've ever
Should we
seen.
play that Gurren
And it's
Lagann-
amazing.
Wait, should we play that Gurren Lagann
Do the
song?
impossible, see the invisible. Roll, fight the power. He's going all out. He's got the grapple hooks and he's launching his laser cannon that's starting to overheat. And he's going one to another. He's destroyed 2 of them, but the last one's made it. Unfortunately for him, his laser cannon, the little side part of the railgun energy piece, is busted. And he's trying his damnedest. The jet's just like, all right, he's done. I'm going to go use the tractor beam on the kids, and it's coming toward the kids, and the kids, they're running for their lives. They're just running, and it's almost near him, and he's trying to shoot it down, but it's just too far away. So his railgun, it's busted, and he tries to fire it. It doesn't fire in any meaningful like arc or anything. It just kind of just spitters out in front of him. He's like, damn it, I gotta figure out something. And so he takes his metal arm and he puts it out in front of the railgun thing right next to it, so it actually has like a rail to travel through. And it works, and it shoots off one beam, and it explodes, and it takes down the jet. And the kids, they just run, and then he dies there in the snow. And then her master plan activates. Her master plan that was on her phone that was near the thingy, it hacks the whole power grid. Swindlers, yes. It hacks the power grid and cuts it off. And that, well, actually, that happened in reverse order. That cutting it off is what allowed him to hit the laser beam on it. Doesn't matter. Cuts off all the power. The kids run. They make it to the little wasteland place, Shikoku, and it's like, man, what's out there for them now? They made it. The end.
Well, I'd say starvation and death by disease or exposure, but they're immortal, so that doesn't matter.
Exactly. Shout out to the immortal kids.
Yeah, life's pretty easy when you got shit set to easy mode.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, and that's it. That's the story. That's the
Wow,
end.
this is something.
Yeah.
This sounds like you were right, Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah. I
All
told
right,
you.
so
everybody died except for the kids who can't die.
So if we were to sum this show up in one word, what would you say?
In one word?
Yeah,
I think you
one
need
word.
to give a sentence.
I will. Well, I could sum it up in a. I'll sum it up in a sentence.
In a sentence.
Fuck the police. No.
You know that's actually
Coming straight from
true.
the underground.
That's
No.
actually.
My brother got it bad because I'm brown.
Well, no,
That's Brawler. He got it bad because he's brown.
Well, no,
That's true.
he is
But
he is it bad because
one
he just
sen-
beats
if there's
people
one
for
sentence,
fun. But
wait,
you know.
there's two sentences.
So he's like the other verses
No,
where
but hold on,
he's
hold
talking
on.
about, I hate the police because
Wow.
they don't let me do gangster.
There's two sentences that you can say about this show. Fuck the police or fuck computers.
Yeah, hack the planet. Hack the planet. No, it was. I mean, it was really good. I know it sounds like it was insane, which it was.
That's the best type of anime.
So like when you're talking about her just fixing herself, yeah, that's crazy. You're
Listen.
talking about Brawler just being super strong, yeah, it's crazy. You're talking about them just doing anime stuff, that's just anime stuff. But like the plot's very solid, very
Wait,
interesting.
I gotta ask you a important question.
Mm-hmm.
Who animated this?
I don't know.
Oh,
It's good. It's good.
No,
I ain't complain
because
about
the wackiness just makes me think that this is like Studio Trigger's the one who does Kill a Kill and
it. No, if it were Trigger, then I would have a lot of complaints. Because if it were Trigger, it'd reveal like, oh my god, the people we thought were bad, the executioners, they're the good guys, they joined us too, we gotta fight the real bad guys. Where it's like, no, they were puppets of the bad guys, they stayed bad guys until they had a arc where they realized maybe we went too far, but then it was too late.
Well, I would just like to say, this seems like if cocaine met anime.
I mean,
This
they
is-
were always together.
Well, this is even more than they just doing lines.
It's like if
you know what it
it's-
seemed cool, or you know what it seemed cool. This is what this.
Guys,
is.
I love Reservoir Dogs. What if we took Reservoir Dogs, Blade Runner,
In the Matrix.
and The Matrix? And they were like, yes.
but combine it with an anime style.
But combine it with an anime style. Exactly. And that's how the anime came to be. What was let's see. I'll tell you the episode names because you seemed interested. Let me see. List of episodes.
That was a while ago.
7. But it's like the movie title.
the
So
movie
the V,
7?
yeah. So the V
yeah, I
is
was
a
like,
7.
I was wondering like why. You
2
started episode
Reservoir Dogs. 3 Mission Impossible. 4 Speed. 5 Dead Man Walking. 6 Brother. 7, City of Lost Children. 8, Black Rain. 9, The Shining.
Stop.
10, Babel. 11, War Games. And then 12, Akudama Drive.
Okay, my God, what is with the Japanese and just picking names that basically are going to make it a pain in the ass to bring it over here in English because of so many.
They did. It was dubbed.
Because so many damn copyright laws. This is the same situation with JoJo.
Yeah. No. Yeah. When they were inspired by American stuff, they're just like, yeah, no, we are. So here's the movie we watched as the name of the
They
thing.
can't even be clever about it. Be like, pick a line from the movie.
Why would they need to be clever? Why would you want that?
Because that way we don't get
That way it's like a reference thingy that's smart. No, why would they do that?
Yes.
So you're asking a bunch of Japanese people to find a quote of an English movie, maybe not translated. Look, they want you to know they watched the movie, okay?
Yeah, they're paying homage to
did.
America, and we
Yeah.
on the moon. So
we did before they blew it up.
Before they blew it up.
Before they blew it up. All right, hold on. So after what I just described to you, would you watch this anime?
Oh hell yeah.
Yes, I have to understand.
Though I gotta
what's going
say, I gotta ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Now you've described pretty much like a very, very murder happy anime. Like, now how bloody and graphic do we get with these murders? Because
You don't see organs, but there's a lot of blood.
okay, because it's like, see, there's like there's like a level. Like, are we gonna get
On a scale of like Upon Man to Violence Jack.
Like
we're
on
at
a scale,
a
like on a
five.
scale, like on a
5,
scale
7.
of, like, let's just start lowest. Let's just say start with Parasite, and then we get to like Blood Sea, and Hellsing is somewhere in the middle. Where are we on that scale?
There's blood. See, thanks for choosing 2 animes I've never seen as the extremes. I really appreciate it. The answer.
You're just terrible at watching bloody animes.
I mean, Blood Sea. I didn't watch because I watched Blood Plus, and I liked it. But Blood Sea had like a whole different art style and just didn't even seem to be the same thing.
Okay, well listen.
Wait.
Unless we're confusing our bloods.
You don't see organs, but
Okay.
you do see blood, and you do see limbs flying off left and right. And at one point, there was like a literal mountain of corpses. I didn't mention it.
Okay, so maybe we're like somewhere around Hellsing.
Just under.
Just a bit under.
Just under.
Because Hellsing will have, some graphic scenes of maybe like an eyeball flying or some shit. But you ain't going to see that in here. You're just going to see
Oh, you do
blood.
see somebody get stabbed in the eye.
Can I say something? For the people watching this video, so the dichotomy of this is he knows everything about anime.
Well,
He
clearly
knows a
I
little
don't. I
bit.
just told you I didn't.
I don't know anything, so I don't know what the hell they're talking about right here.
Yeah.
But it sounds interesting.
Uh-huh.
But we've given producer Uncle a lot of stuff to work with.
Producer
Maybe
Uncle.
we should end the show. So if they want to
Yeah.
catch you somewhere, where can they catch you at, Lauren?
You could catch me at mostly on Instagram for the moment. So Tubbsy on Instagram, TUBBSII.
Where can they catch you, Bati?
Mostly on the same thing, Instagram at Mutton Chop _ABS.
Well, also you can.
That's like a, comic
hold on,
book.
I'm going to interject. You can also be found on ShrineComics.com, where you publish Mutton Chop.
Hold on. What is Shrine? Could you explain that to us?
I don't know. I don't work
Man,
for
we
them.
ain't getting no pay promotion from them yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I work with I work with the damn site. Trust me. I'm gonna if we're gonna talk about them, we're gonna get paid.
Okay. You can catch me at the Notorious ART on Instagram. You know.
I like how we all plug our Instagrams.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one thing we're kind of all popular on.
Or
Or
we
you can
use-
just catch me on Facebook, or whatever.
Yeah,
You
like
can catch
message
me-
on-
like
message on Facebook.
like an oldie.
Yeah, or catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah, catch me outside. I'll be selling soap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Next
We should sell
next
soap.
convention, we're gonna be throwing anime soap at people.
We will.
Actually,
You don't know what
if
that
you got-
is?
yeah.
Trust me, we're gonna tell you in the next few months.
Yeah, we
you
really
think these guys are
convoluted to sign
joking?
off.
This is a real thing.
Yeah, we're going to be selling
Yeah.
soap. Enjoy the soap.
So,
Wash up.
Yeah.
watch it. So,
And watch behind your ears, damn
Well,
it.
is that
so
I
hold
mean?
on. So,
No,
what you
no, we
say?
can't hold on anymore. We took too much time out of these people's lives.
So, would you say that you can watch anime and take a bath too, or is that a myth?
I did today, so.
All right.
We gotta look more into this.
Let's end this.
Yeah, that's
Let's
all
end
we
this.
got. Peace. Happy
We're gonna
holidays.
cut that one out.